First 2 rows are 88.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping, because I have a tail out of the way, and I'm hoping we'll get it today. But I'm hoping we'll get it today. Yeah, it's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be. I've been by to here, but if you want to sit here for it's talking. I love the hoodie. I love the hoodie.
Oh, thanks.
I'm really hiding in it.
Oh, you got a stand?
Yeah, but I'm also streaming it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I saw that. missed the balance. That's like it's not a rush hour cars. Because even to have the table to finish before the candy.
I was going to miss this one. Now we've done it back here.
I was trying to figure out how to work.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're here for the panel, can you guys move in closer to each other? If you see an empty spot, please sit down close to each other so more people can fill in. Thank you, guys.
Oh, there he is. Of course. Oh, this fun little fence. Sometimes they usually only have two.
Hello, Sonic Expo. So there's a lot of chairs on this stage. First off, right off the bat, scan the QR code and submit your questions. It's a little bit different than how we've done it in previous years. In previous years, we've had people line up, but we actually figured that this way we might be able to get a whole lot of more fun answers out of everybody, and hopefully we can make sure that people get a great time. So, hope that's cool with you guys. Is that cool with you guys? Cool. Cool. So, I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to your lineup of voice actors. Back to slide. Obviously, you can see all of them here, but I'm going to introduce them in probably a slightly different order. So the people that you know, Pete Capella. He'll get there eventually, one day. There you go. He's like, oh, Phoenix didn't tell me I was coming out first. Hey guys. And then we have the lovely, I always call them the Dreamcast Trio. So we're going to start with Scott Dreyer. This is Silver the Hedgehog, by the way, and this is Knuckles the Echidna. Good morning. We're so happy to be here, guys. Yay!
I love that that was just you not clearing your throat, not even doing a voice.
No Dreamcast Trio is complete without your own Dreamcast Shadow the Hedgehog, David Humphrey. You got them for a second. Whoa. It's okay. You've fallen farther from space to... You made it.
How's everybody doing?
Welcome back to Sonic Expo. Yeah. And some of you guys flew in, yeah? Was it a low-budget flight? Did it have food or movies? Both of Ryan's running. I do this one every single time. I love doing this one all the time because you guys are so good at it. Never fear. Lisa Ortiz. Don't stop. Yeah, keep going.
I'm like Tinkerbell. If you don't keep clapping, I never get to the stage. Hey guys, how are you? It is wonderful to see you all again. Let's just move it on along.
Now, you guys have been enjoying a lot of recent modern iterations of Shadow the Hedgehog, I'm sure. And we've been so happy to continue to enjoy the wonderful voice from Kirk Thornton.
Hey y'all, how you doing? That doesn't sound like Shadow at all, does it? Okay. Go ahead and introduce other people.
So we have the most wonderful duo that we've never had here together before. And we'll start with Shadow from Prime, Ian Hanlon.
farther than I looked. Greetings from your Canadian hedgehogs.
And to finish off the Canadian Hedgehogs, never before at Sonic Expo, and we're so happy to have him, Devin Mack.
Sonic Expo, I got 3 words for y'all. Are you hyped?
Now these last two are such a fun addition because it's just such a nice legacy piece of Sonic media. Old Man Owl from Sonic OVA, Charlie Campbell. Charlie walked in today and looked at me, and the first thing he said is he was just like, "This is the Qbert convention, right? Qbert Expo? We made it."
Hello, Sonic fans. Good to see you.
And the most wonderful surprise, Sarah from Sonic OVA, Sasha Bielsa. Sasha is just a big bundle full of sunshine. Charlie was just like, "You gotta bring her," and I was like, "Okay," and that was like a week ago, a couple days ago. Welcome, your voice actor Q&A panel. Now, I'm Phoenix, I'm the director of Sonic Expo. Hopefully you guys can get to know me a little bit. I just want to say, Devin, Charlie, Sasha, you guys are new with us here today, so we always do this every time someone is new. I'm going to say it first, and then they're going to say it. Welcome to the Sonic Expo family. Welcome to the Sonic Expo family! And just like the Sonic franchise, you can't leave. I have something so sad to tell you guys. I am not your panel moderator this year. I think it's about time that someone else gets to share the stage with some of the most brightest and wonderful people we've ever had on the stage with us. I want to introduce you to the wonderful Joel. I'm so happy to be able to pass this microphone to you because now they're your problem. We love you guys. Thank you.
Hey, Joel, do you have 12 more mics? Unfortunately, no. Oh, okay. Somewhat short, so we will have to pass around the mics. I will also be sharing as well. But
Those 12 mics were just for Pete.
oh, those they aren't coming in until Monday. But first off, thank you all so much for being here on this wonderful Saturday morning. Everybody in the crowd, and to all of you wonderful VAs for taking time to be here with us at Sonic Expo. We already have over 130 questions. I'm not going to be able to get to them all. I'm going to be picking some out in no particular order, but one that I thought was really good to start with, especially given this incredible full house that we have here. At what point did you all realize that the fan community is as big as it is, and was it intimidating? So I guess let's just start from this way.
Mine was the first Sonic Expo that we were all invited to. We had, Jason and Lisa and I had done this awful, god-awful convention that was, it was a Sonic the Hedgehog convention, but we got there and there was just a bunch of live hedgehogs.
Yeah, no, seriously, they were live.
Literally.
And I convinced Jason to go.
Yeah, and there was they were supposed to pay us and they didn't pay us, and there was, it was a whole big thing, and I was like, is this is what the Sonic community is like? And then I showed up here, and it brings me to tears on the daily. You guys are so beautiful and so wonderful.
We love you!
I don't want to say samesies, but I mean, for me, there's just, I had been answering for years and years and years personal messages that people had sent, and so I was just aware of the impact, but I don't think I was really aware of the impact until Ryan and my first signing in Harlingen, Texas, and just meeting, we got some Harlingen in the house? I love that. And so I really, really just started to realize it connecting with each and every wonderful, I never use the word fan, I always use the word friend, all of our Sonic friends. But the very first time, in the same way that Pete says, when I showed up here, it's like being in a Sonic hug for 3 days, right? There's so much love, and gosh, we love you guys so much, our Sonic friends.
We love you! We love you!
My first time was, oh, no, not that first time. But it was when the internet was created. I know, that's how long ago this was. So, no, but I realized I started getting fan mail from other countries and from this country to have me sign photos of Shadow and things like that, and that's really kind of when it kicked in. And then when Ryan and Scott asked me to come do a signing in Carlsbad, California, and we had a line around the building, because it was my first signing, I was like, what is happening right now? These people are amazing. And everybody that came to the table was just so wonderful and gracious and lovely. And then coming here, OMG. Like, you guys are fantastic. This is such an amazing experience. And when Phoenix asked me to come back again this year, I couldn't even say fast enough yes. So thank you for being such beautiful, wonderful people. We love being here, and we love you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, kind of like Scott was saying, back before there was social media, we were getting emails from all over the world, and I started taking a map and mapping out where these emails were coming from, and I had pins all over the world, and I was just like, I can't believe that this game is not just in my own neighborhood. It's like actually all over the planet. It's crazy. And that the fact that Sonic Expo grows every year by huge numbers, it just goes to show you, we will not be stopped.
I think I've been doing conventions for a very long time so Amy has been with me through that whole thing. But I remember the convention that Pete talked about and how much I was like, Jason, it was like one of his first conventions, and I was like, you're gonna want to come. It's gonna be, just so that you know, not only were there live hedgehogs which had nothing to do with that, there was also like old women with purple and red hats, and we were like fighting for space. It was a very, very strange thing. And so after that, and a whole bunch of things, he was like, I'm never doing those again. So cut to, like, was it like last year, the year before? 2023. He's like, he comes to his first signing. We did the first signing together, and it was right before he first came back over here. And he's like, I don't know, that last one, it was just, he's like, is anybody even gonna come and say hey? And I think it just blew his mind, everything. It blew my mind too, because there's something special when we all come together, and also seeing like all the generations and all the visions and all the different all the different sides of Sonic together, and seeing how we can celebrate them all. I think that there's something magic about that when everybody gets together.
I'm sorry, what's the question again? Sonic has fans? I'm not sure. What were we hearing? I got my first, a couple of times. The Twitter takeovers. First one I did with Mike and Roger, and we trended #1 worldwide. And I'm like, oh, so there's something to this. There is something to this game, this franchise. And then, yeah, like they said, pretty much what they said down the line. My first Sonic Expo was a real eye-opener. Had no idea the intensity, the fanaticism, the love, the joy, the celebration of this franchise that you guys have, and that we have here. It's just like no other convention, literally. So, I gotta say. Sorry, I got one last disclaimer. I hate to take the mic away from you. I have an emergency that I've got in about 4 minutes. I've got to leave for about 10, and I'll be right back, okay? It was when I got memed. I was looking forward to the show coming out and hoping that people would enjoy our take on it, and then I started getting sent air shoes memes. Come at me, bro, memes. And I was like, wow, this is something. There's a group of people out here that are really into this, and it was cool to see all that love coming back in a really fun way. And then last year, getting invited to come meet everybody here for the first time was just so great, and getting to physically see how big of a deal this is for so many people was just amazing, and I'm thrilled to be invited back and to welcome my buddy Kevin. So the thing about me is I have been so internet for so long, I kind of knew a lot about what I was getting into. Being a shy kid, I was still real shook, not gonna lie. But at the same time, there has been, from day one when we were announced, there was such an outpouring of just kindness and positivity. People drawing fan art of me, like in Sonic gear and all that. I'm just like, yo, this is real something special. And y'all get more hyped up and more passionate than any sports fan that I've ever met. And the way that Sonic unites people of all ages and colors and genders and shapes and sizes, and I think it's one of the most beautiful things in the world. So, love y'all.
So I planned to go putt-putting into a Qbert convention this morning, but I heard about this and thought, hey, why not? I love the Owl character. Sasha and I did the OVA back in the day, and I tried to get Eggman, played by Ed Neal, who was the original hitchhiker in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, to come, but he's at a horror convention, so maybe next time. But I love having been invited here and to see such a great crowd and everything. And hope you'll come by and try my chicken, right?
Hi, I'm just really, first of all, I have to say I'm so grateful to be a last-minute ad, to be here. This is my first time to do anything like this, and I have to say, walking around yesterday, I was like, have I died and gone to heaven? Because these are the most beautiful people I've ever seen in my whole life. This is the most loving space I've ever been in. This is going to be so great for my mental health, so thanks, you guys. I mean, the OVA was 30 years ago. So don't ask me how old I am. I will tell you. But I actually found my original VHS tape and signed it and gave it to my nephew. But before I did, I posted a picture of it on a Sonic Online thing, just thinking like, oh, maybe somebody will think that's cute or something. And that was when I realized that there was actually something to it, and it blew my mind. It was amazing. And then just being here and having people love the OVA, which was so special to us. It was special to me. It was the best time of my life. And anyway, it's just great to be surrounded by so many amazing, loving, wonderful. You guys are so sweet, and thank you. Thanks for having me.
We'll see you in a couple minutes.
Bye, Kurt.
Very important, top secret things. Also, that question was from Kurtie. One question we've gotten a number of times, but the one I'm seeing here is from Carolina. If you could voice any other character than the one that you do voice in the Sonic franchise, you're able to recast yourself. It can be any character you want. Don't worry about any limitations. Who would you want to voice?
I would voice Shadow, and now Fortnite will now be played by Lisa Ortiz. Just so you know.
I'd like to see Froggy get some love. That'd be cool. I think it'd be cool if he was really bassy or something like that. You know, you can kind of have Froggy way down, as far down as you can get him. I think that'd be really good. I've always wanted to be Big the Cat, so I'm right there with you. Let's make this collab happen.
Just because I love everything with Rouge, I would want to be Rouge. Right? Yeah, we'll see about that, Batgirl.
Because he's never had a voice before, I am going to say it. Dr. Starline. I think you sound like Dr. Strangelove. Just because I'm sad he's not here this weekend, I would want to voice Lee Majdu. I just want to, I mean, he's so handsome and stunning, so I wouldn't, not his face, but he can like move his lips and I'll do his voice.
I would have had fun with Eggman.
Awesome, yeah, oh gosh. Now I'm thinking of what would you all sound like in those. It's always fun to imagine those ones, especially when you don't let yourself be constrained by, what would realistic casting be? It's always so fun. This one, I lost the name. It's not me, but someone said, I got a tattoo here at Sonic Expo. And I know a number of people actually have. What is the craziest thing that you have gotten at a convention? And I'll expand it slightly. It can be something that you have either bought for yourself or that has been given to you at a convention. It doesn't need to be here at Sonic Expo. It could be at a horror convention, anything at all.
I got this one for sure. The coolest thing I ever did, someone came up with a Knuckles tattoo. I signed it. He had it tattooed and came back the next day. That was epic. Epic.
I was given cheese at a My Little Pony convention. Delicious cheese curds from Wisconsin.
Hey man, don't eat things that people give you. So you know. I had a Christmas yesterday because I had the loveliest fans give me both this Super Silver King ice necklace and then a handmade sweater that is at my table because I didn't want to forget it. A handmade sweater, a handmade silver sweater that is just epic. So yeah, thank you guys.
I mean, I have a scarf that someone made for me last time that I was here, and I still use that all the time. But one of the weirdest things that I've gotten weird stuff is someone came up, they had tattoos, like the tattoo, but the tattoo was just black and white. And so this was for Pokemon at the time, but they came out with a box of markers and were like, "Will you color my tattoo?" And I was like, "Yeah." So coloring book tattoo was the strangest thing that I had, which was actually pretty cool.
Well, just yesterday I got some spices for some turkey and some, yeah, I'm so excited. Yeah, a little seasoning, just an allspice seasoning, which I'm so pumped about. And then, yeah, I got this king ice necklace as well. I'm like, I cannot accept this. I will not accept this. But he would not take no for an answer. And Angel, we love you. But yeah, crazy.
I don't know if Andy and your friends are out there, but I had a couple friends yesterday who brought a metal Sonic plushie. So there you are. I'm going to go ahead and tell the story. And they were like, would you play tic-tac-toe with me on metal Sonic's forehead? And we did, and it was a scratch, was it not? Nobody won. So let that be a lesson. When you play games with Metal Sonic, nobody wins.
I was once presented with the most delicious looking 6-foot sculpture of a chili dog. And then that one was just for autographing. Then they gave me a little novelty-sized version that looked just as delicious, and somehow I've avoided eating it thus far. For now.
I got a drumstick on a keychain from a fan. I take it everywhere I go. I don't know what it tastes like.
And I don't have any, so I'm gonna get my first tattoo today. I have to. This is the best ever.
Also, that question was from Zachary. Sorry, I lost it on this spreadsheet of 190 questions. This next one is from Don, who says, Sonic is one of our heroes. Who is your hero, real or fictional, past or present?
I'll be cheesy right off the top. My dad. Now, I've told this story a million times, so I'm sorry if you've heard it before, but my dad told me many, many things that I've used it throughout my entire life. But he was, we were a theater family, so he was the director. So I used a lot of his advice daily, and one of them is that you always give 100% at every single event or performance or interaction that you have, because in every single crowd, there's someone seeing their very first show and someone seeing their very last show. So you perform for those two people and the rest get to come along on the ride, but always for that first one and that last one. And I've carried that with me and I use it every single day.
And I actually just wanted to say that mine is not a single person, but it's anyone that lives with mental health concerns of any kind and decides to wake up every day and live their life and do everything that they do and the struggles and how hard that can be. So anyone that I know in my life and anyone that I don't know in my life that is like that, those are the people that are heroes to me.
I would say, for me, my teachers. I had some wonderful teachers that found in me talent. You know, I was a super, super shy kid, and I had a teacher that cast me as the Mad Hatter in a production of Alice in Wonderland. And I remember going to her class and saying, please, 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 cast anybody but me. I am not your boy. And her name is Mrs. Hall. She's one of my biggest heroes. And she said, you don't have anything to be afraid of because you aren't Scott. You're the Mad Hatter. And that moment was like, ah, and it made me be fearless. So for me, teachers have always been that. And one quick thing that is about our world, when we were making the games, Dean Bristow was such a hero to me, to us, to all of us. He did the coolest thing. He always went after me. He would always come in 15 minutes into my session, and when I got out, he'd go, hey, Scotty, come here. And I'd sit down next to him and he'd say, you are so talented. We are so lucky that you are Knuckles. But you know what he did by doing that? This older actor that I looked up to, he made me feel like I belonged behind that microphone. He gave me the gift of feeling like the part was mine so that I could be fearless doing it. So Dean Bristow will always be a hero to me.
I'm probably going to start bawling my eyes out, but my heroes are sitting right next to me. Scott and Ryan. They are my brothers. They're my true family. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for them. And I wouldn't have been Shadow if Ryan didn't go, hey, they're looking for a couple people. You want to go in? And so the fact that I'm here is because of them, and I love them so much, and I'm so glad we get to spend so much time together and then hang out with all of you. So thank you.
I can't top that, but I do want to say something, especially because you guys are, sharing about Sonic and fandom. And I'm lucky because this show and a lot of the animation that I did gave me family that I've had for years, from 4 kids, from a whole bunch of people who are over here. So maybe you guys made me a little misty, but the fandoms and the things that I watch, one of the reasons I'm on stage is because of the stuff that I watched, like Voltron, Gem and the Holograms, He-Man, She-Ra, like those things were there, and I will tell you, you don't know what a story does for you, because 9/11 I got through because of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Like, I watched it obsessively every single day. And so, you know, your heroes come from where they come from, and I'm happy that yours are here.
No, not as good as any of us. No, my wife. My wife is my hero. Just because of her strength and her supportiveness and everything she does, her unrelenting generosity and giving of herself. I could never be what she is, but you know, I would like to try.
Mine is also first wife. I grew up a very independent kid, and like, hero wasn't a thing to me because I was so self-obsessed with myself. Like, I was just like, I'm pretty great. And it's only now in my older age that I have found heroes, and it is everybody. I'm really bad at this. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you get misty. It is represented in this room. It is every underprivileged, underrepresented, LGBTQIA, black, white, brown, purple, every single one of you guys who gives their lives to do what they want to be, because that is the ultimate goal of being a human being. It is just being your best self. So it is you guys who inspire me, for sure.
So mine's going to sound really silly after that. But one of my heroes, there was an actor named Jim Varney who played a character named Ernest. Who went on many adventures. And he was one of the first instances for me of seeing a grown-up being willing to be really, really silly. And seeing as a kid that, okay, I'm gonna have to grow up, but that doesn't mean I have to grow up. You know what I mean? Like, that was huge for me, and seeing him jump around between all these big, crazy characters was one of the first sort of gateways into me going like, well, I kind of want to mess around like that. That seems like a lot of fun, and I don't have to maybe take myself super, super seriously all the time. So I try and carry a little bit of that with me for work, but also just for life. You know, I try not to get too bogged down in being a grown-up all the time. Yeah.
For me, I give always the glory to my man JC, because every day, my mom, the most giving and generous person I've ever met. I get so much of who I am comes from my mother. I love Team Rocket, because every time they get knocked down, they keep getting back up. And of course, the Batman.
I would say, obviously, my immediate and extended family, both here and above. Beyond that, I'd say, you know, regular people can be heroes just by doing the right thing and being good neighbors and friends to everyone around them. If people were more positive in general, even if they didn't feel great that day, they'd have such an effect on everyone around them. That, I think that's pretty heroic to me, and if it's not something you have to have a superpower for, it's its own superpower, right? That's how I feel.
This next one is from Cal. Is there a piece of media that you enjoy that is as meaningful to you as Sonic is to Sonic fans? We talk a lot, you know, this is Sonic Expo, but for a brief moment, is there something outside of Sonic that is really resonant and meaningful to you all?
The Muppets. The only reason why I came out of my shell as a kid was Kermit and his friends, and mimicking their voices, watching them have fun, watching them interact with other celebrities. Like, it was a dream, and I feel like that is, we are all kind of part of that thing. Like, we're all in that weird animated fun zone. So for me, it was the Muppets, and is the Muppets.
Fairly obscure early 90s anime, Samurai Pizza Cats.
My know this is going to be surprising to some of you, but thrash metal is my drug. I played a ton of JRPGs growing up, and I loved just getting lost in these huge, big stories, and it didn't matter to me that the gameplay was really, really slow sometimes, and turn-based and all that stuff. I loved just getting swept up in these stories, but my nephew just found them and pulled them out and thought they were the most boring thing in the world. But to me, they'll always be very, very special. Luna the Silver Star.
I'd say Motorhead and Hanna-Barbera.
Wow, I'm going a completely different direction. Maybe it speaks to the darkness within my soul, and that's why I do Shadow. But the movies, the Godfather movies, anytime I can watch them anytime.
I love as a kid, I loved the Justice League. Specifically the Wonder Twins. And power of a bucket of water and a monkey. I don't know, that's amazing to me that works together like that. And then I think another thing for me is just music in general, but a cappella music I love so much, and I always have. Everybody thinks I'm the nerdiest person in the whole wide world, especially my wife, but I still love her anyway.
I grew up in theater, so if it's a musical, I'm in.
Yeah, I am just anything artistic. I can be so excited about artistry, all the beautiful art that's here in this building. It just blows my mind. But music for me has my heart, my soul. Jazz in particular is my favorite.
I already kind of gave you some of mine, Buffy. The Vampire Slayer is huge for me. Like I said, He-Man, She-Ra more than He-Man, sorry. Wonder Woman, all of those. I grew up watching, like, basically animation, and to this day, like, anything that comes on, I watch it. When I watch K-pop Demon Hunters, I wake up every show to Soda Pop, so that's what I play in the morning, and I play, and I blast it on my car, so it's just, yeah, so, yes, very deep. Very deep in different fandoms, it's good.
You got everyone there?
Thank you.
The next question is, what is your memory of the first day of recording you did for a Sonic character? Were you nervous? Were you excited? Anything at all from that first day of recording?
Holy crap, that was crazy. Like, well, I'd never been in the studio before. I'd never done any voiceover work. And I'm in there and I have the whole Japanese team sitting behind the window. And then we have an interpreter, and then we have the director who's done so many frickin' things, and she's amazing. And then I'm little old me, and I'm like, what is happening right now? I don't belong here. I'm an imposter. And it was so scary and frightening, and then wonderful, because then Scotty would just come in and laugh at me. So it was really lovely.
I was on Zoom recording in my bedroom closet. Thank the Lord nobody can see how much my legs are shaking right now. But hey, it turned out all right. And those engineers are amazing, by the way. Everybody dealing with stuff during COVID, able to make it sound like I was in the same room as the other actors when I definitely was not. And the directors as well, because we were all recording separately. So it's always a trick putting the puzzle together, but worked out well.
It's a really good question. I don't remember being nervous, because most of you know that I actually came up with the voice that I have used for Sonic for 27 years. I came up with the voice at the audition, and so it was always mine. I always created it. I was never trying to sound like other people's direction or anyone else's anything. So I don't remember being nervous, because it was mine from the very get-go. So I just knew I was going to come in and use that voice and perform to the best of my ability. And I remember it being fun, but I don't remember being nervous, which is weird. So.
I love the oh yeah, I just heard it. For me, I felt honored. Because I was so young, I thought it was going to be collaborative, and so we immediately, Ryan Drummond and I, we looked and sounded exactly like the same person when we were in our 20s. And so part of it was we wanted to get my voice far away from Ryan's. But initially, you know, for us, I'm curious to know if you guys had the same experience. I remember I had three taped up pictures of Knuckles. I had a paragraph that was probably 3 lines long. Angel Island, loner, can fiercely loyal, can be very protective of his friends, can get hot-headed, and can be knuckleheaded. That's all I had. And for me, they wanted me only to yell as Knuckles. And I said, no one wants to play that for an entire game. I certainly don't. But I also wanted to give him heart and soul. So for me, I never felt nerves. I felt excited nerves. I felt like every hair on my arm stood up. You know, the 7 Japanese producers, we had the interpreter, and Lonnie Manila, who played Rouge, was our director. So we were directed by an actor, which was amazing. But I just remember us finding the voice. My memory of that first day, I said, I want to make him cool. I want to make him the coolest cat in town. And that didn't translate. They thought I meant cold as in chilly. And so I grabbed the script and I said, let me show you. So I vividly remember the very first line I ever said as Knuckles was, hey guys, long time no see. I must have got caught in the mines. And it was... And it was like something out of a movie. The whole room just went, let's do that. So for me, I felt very collaborative and very heard and very seen. It was beautiful and excited.
As Devin mentioned, we recorded our show during COVID, so we usually record an ensemble with everybody in the room together, and for this show, it was going to be one at a time. So before we started, we had a Zoom read-through of the pilot that we all read together on Zoom, and so we kind of got a feel of, all right, this is what everybody's going to do, and I knew everybody who was on the show and had either worked with people before or like knew everybody's work, and so when I went in by myself on the first day, I thought, well, even if I screw this up and get fired, I know everybody else is going to do a great job. So that took a bit of the pressure off of me, and I was able to just kind of have fun with it. But yeah, it was really cool knowing that there was such a great group of people around me to hold me up. I had auditioned for Silver like a month and a half prior, and had multiple auditions in between. So when they called me to say I got it, I was like, that's awesome. Then I hung up the phone and was like, I don't remember what the hell that sounds like. I have no idea what I did. And so I got called in for my first day to just record for the trailer for E3 in 2006. And so it was the first time I saw Silver. Like, I saw an animatic of him. The only time I've ever matched Lip Flap, because they had already animated it. And then I walked in and I was like, cool, please play me my audition. Because I have no idea what I was supposed to do. And I only said one line, which was, I finally found it. It was Trigger.
So I was the audio engineer for ADV Films back at that time. Started on Evangelion back in '95. But we were casting, and I saw the owl character, and he's kind of frazzled with this swirly glasses and everything. And I thought, this is the Hanna-Barbera moment here. So I looked at him and I go, well, he looks kind of disheveled. And I think I could play him. And Gary, who was directing at the time, says, we got no one that sounds like that. You got it.
Wow, not big. My first experience was actually, it was not huge. They brought me in as an incidental on a game. I was doing like an announcer or something. And in 5, 4, 3, and real big, real broad. And so it really wasn't until Sonic Boom that it really popped with me. And I was in a room with Roger Craig Smith and Colleen Shaughnessy
Hedgehog and all these incredible actors who were Wally Winger, and they were so incredibly funny and so incredibly talented, and it's just that feeling of, oh shit, I've got to keep up, and which was just exciting and thrilling. So.
Working with Charlie was awesome, and working on the OVA was so fun. And I mean, if you've seen it, you know that I just throw tantrum after tantrum after tantrum after tantrum. So I got really good at throwing wobblies, and it was just like, how big can you go? Go that big and bigger. And so for me, it was just like so much fun to express myself in that way instead of just straight lines. I had a lot of freedom, and of course my voice can't go that high anymore, but it was really fun.
Oh no, that was me. I was the same thing. I mentioned this before when I talked about it. Like, I don't remember the first session that I had for Amy, but like, I have to preface this by saying I'm the person who talks back to the plot in every show that I watch. So I'm like, why are you doing that? Can you just tell them already? This really, seriously, no one has to die in this episode. I'm watching a lot of C-dramas right now, so that's why. But it took me a while. We were directed by Andrew Reynolds. I don't know if you were in there, but yeah, Andrew Reynolds, who would go on later on to do Hedwig and the Angry Itch, who'd be in Girls. He did Shaman King with us. He did a ton of stuff over there. Yeah, he's wonderful talent. And I would have the hardest time reconciling the sweetness and the supportiveness and all of that with her, with this other fiery temper thing. And some of the things that I was like, why are you? I'm like, Jesus, just tell Sonic or just walk away. But it took me a while to be. I realized you find the thing inside of you, and I definitely have a little bit of a temper. I will say that. But you're always trying to do the right thing, and you're always trying to be perfect and trying to fit that. And being young, and also having a lot of brothers who always walk away from you and don't pay attention, but then come back and protect you afterwards and are very offended by things. That kind of dynamic made a lot of sense to me. So once I got a hold of that, it was a little bit easier. But it took me a while to sit in their skin. Yeah.
We got everyone to the popcorn around. Great. I think we have time for one more question. I'm told we can go a couple of minutes over, but I don't want to keep us too long. But this one is from Maniacal Hero, and you all are going to be game developers for a moment here, or at least game conceptors. If you could decide the next genre for a Sonic game, what would you choose? Essentially, I would choose a rhythm game because of all the great music. So it could be basically anything that Sonic has or hasn't done that you could pick if there was a game way back when and you want to see more in that genre, but anything that isn't the conventional running Sonic genre, what would you like to see them do?
JRPG.
Super Mario
RPG style kind of situation. I think that could be really, really cool. Get everybody. You could have this enormous sprawling cast, a saga, an epic. I'd love to see.
I'm a little biased, but I want to see Silver's future. Yeah! I was going to say that Shadow just stole my answer.
I know it's a little bit last year, but I just want to see a Sonic skin in Fortnite already. We got Homer Simpson. Why can't we have Sonic? I don't understand.
Right. We don't want Sonic to hold it
I
down.
do travels with Owl, all over the world, and he really can't see, so, you never know what he's going to comment on.
There has to be, everybody's doing it, so why can there not be a multiverse where Keanu Reeves comes and sees all of the shadows and kicks them out?
I'm sort of in that vein. I want a Sonic Adventure 3.
I want to find out what we've been doing all this time, right?
Literally.
So far outside the box, my mind is just twisted. I would like to see like a film noir version with Sonic as like a 1920s detective.
Atari.
Everyone real quick, so I'll find one more. How about we go with, somebody had actually mentioned that they were a big fan of DC, and Anthony mentions recently DC and Sonic crossed over with each other. What Sonic crossover would you like to see?
I immediately want to see an X-Men Sonic. Perfectly. All these hedgehogs are mutants. We know it.
It's just the happy part of me. I'd love to see a Disney crossover.
Looney Tunes. See what happens with all those backgrounds and Wile E. Coyote type scenarios. I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah, I'm real close. I'd say Animaniacs.
I crossed over with another favorite gaming franchise of mine. I'm going to say Star Fox.
Maybe a crossover with South Park.
Oh, that would be magic. Yeah. I already have my Wonder Woman Amy, so my dreams already came true. So.
You guys keep speeding through these last ones. I guess it's got to go fast. So I do still have a couple more minutes. So you keep making a liar out of me. What are you all doing? Actually, this seems like a really good one to end on because it's actually from one of the managers here at Sonic Expo. This is from All Peachy. And the question is, what was everyone's dream job growing up?
Well, like, I don't know. I wanted to be a firefighter. That's it. I would have been good.
I wanted to be an astronaut or an actor, and I didn't know that I could voice in cartoons when I didn't know that was a job. So I think I won. That's cool. I think like it worked out. Yeah.
I always wanted to be a park ranger because I wanted to spend many, many days out in the woods by myself. It's still pretty appealing. I like that.
For me, I wanted to be a basketball player, but problem is, I'm the same height now that I was when I was in 8th grade. But funnily enough, some of you already know this. In 8th grade, one of my classmates and teammates was Steph Curry, so he's gone on to do what I want to do. And I'll be honest, when I told him I was working on Sonic, I think he was a little jealous.
So I was confused by the question first when he said dream job. Like, what was the dream job I had? Well, when I was in 1st grade, I cleaned stables, and I thought that was pretty damn cool. But I always wanted to be a professional baseball player, but couldn't hit the curveball.
Mine is, I always, as soon as I discovered acting, because I was super, super shy, it was like that world of I always want to become someone different. So to me, I'm living that dream job. But if I couldn't act, if I couldn't sing, if I couldn't do what I do, I would do something for animals. I would live in a place with 8,000 animals that didn't have homes.
I can't tell you how disappointed I was to find out that being Indiana Jones wasn't a viable career. I could be an archaeologist, or I could work at a university, but I wanted the bullwhip and the hat. But this has been amazing, so I'll take this. Kevin Arnold on the Wonder Years made me want to be an actor since I turned on TV. But I always thought I was going to be a marine biologist. It's a weird and now I spend most of my time in the mornings in the ocean surfing. So I'm close.
I wanted to be a rock star living in a house with dark shadows, on the cliff or the wave and stuff. Or maybe Racer X's cousin. It sounded pretty good at the time.
Well, I already mentioned I was a theater kid from when I was single digit old. So my Broadway baby, that was always for me. And so I think, honestly, my theater training and background was what made voiceover work so much, so fun, so great. No makeup, no costumes. Awesome. Love it. So, yeah, that was my dream.
That is all the time we have, folks. Thank you all so much for the wonderful questions. Have a great rest of Sonic Expo and give it up one more time for all of our incredible voices.
Can we turn off the spotlights and get a group photo? Is that possible?
I do not know. I will double check.
I'm telling you it's going to happen.